Hello and welcome everybody to another Hobby CNC with Dave show. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I know there is holy cow, there is some exciting basketball going on if you're a college basketball fan. I was watching the game right before I come out here, and it was a buzzer beater shot that helped San Diego State beat, what is it, Florida Atlantic, I think was the team. But anyway, awesome basketball. And of course, there's another one going on or about to start right now, and it's going to be a doozy too, I bet. So anyway, let me bring my crew in here. We've got, as usual, my sidekick, Mr. Ryan Ballard,
Hey,
aka the Wolfman. We got Paul Corliss is with us. How you doing, Paul?
great.
Looking good, sounding good. We have Mr. Rob Schuster joining us tonight.
Howdy.
And you probably didn't know who our special guest was because I just pick any old silhouette and throw up there. Well, I'm going to call this guy my special guest. And he doesn't even know it. But I'm going to call him the special guest because you've got a new claim to fame now, right, Russ? From what I understand. You want to talk about that a minute?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a few of you may remember that All American Clothing Company that Dave's affiliated with had a little Friends of Dave Gatton giveaway, and it turns out that they said I won the Start Thinking thing. So
Nice.
I get a $250 gift card to get me a bunch of clothes, and pretty soon you're not going to be able to tell the difference between me and Dave Gatton because we're going to be wearing the same clothes. I'm going to wear them shirts and them breeches and bookends, buddy.
You'll be just as awesome looking as I am.
By God. Yeah, man.
Anyway, congratulations, Russ. I didn't even know because they have not, I haven't heard from them since the thing ended. And I thought, well, surely they're going to let me know because I kept talking about it on the show, and I wanted to announce who the winner was. But yeah,
I'm assuming they went ahead and waited till I contacted them before they told you something. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that might be the case. But anyway, congratulations. That's
thank you.
That's awesome. So you were, I think there was like 79 total entries. So that's
wow. I didn't know there were that many. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, if I could just win one of them blades from Cadence Manufacturing and Design, I'd be all right.
Well, let's talk about that a minute. We want to always thank our sponsor, Mr. Cody Elkins, who I saw out there in the chat. He sponsors our live drawing here every single Saturday night, and has been doing it for, I don't know, getting close to a year, I think now. It's been doing it. So.
Yeah.
If it's not already a year. But anyway, thank you, Cody, for that. And
thank you, Cody.
Got another little thing. I think some of you already know because I saw it. I saw somebody make a comment about it. I got so much stuff in here now. But let me just show this right here. This is the video that Cody sent me earlier today. Man. So
that is beautiful.
From what I understand, the new 30-degree V-bit is out, and in celebration of that, we are going to be doing a giveaway, giving away one of those bad boys. So
nice.
All right, buddy.
That's going to be pretty cool. So let's see. I knew I was forgetting something. I don't have the. All right, bear with me, folks. I made the hashtag super easy. I was going to make it hashtag 30-degree, and then I thought, well, I know people, they don't know how to make the degree signs. So it's just hashtag 30. So put in hashtag 30, and we will be collecting the entries and be drawing that.
I was hoping it was going to be hashtag dirty 30.
30. Well, if I'd have thought of that earlier, I would have put that. But yeah, so hashtag 30. I see a bunch of them scrolling by up there. Yeah. So
thank
that
you, Cody.
will be the hashtag for tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you,
Thanks,
Cody, for the awesome thing. Also, let's let us not forget. I think I saw Cody's comment in the chat as I was scrolling through those a while ago. There's what, 1 or 2 more days left?
Mhm.
One or two? I can't remember.
I think tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow's the last day.
I think he
Okay,
said that.
so if you've been, goofing off and not got on that, there is, of course, a link down below in the video description here. So go down there and get on over there and get in on that. So no reason not to. All right. Well, I really have nothing to talk about tonight other than the.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Go watch basketball. See ya. Well, let's just go through the panel here. Ryan, you got anything exciting to talk about?
Well, just to give you an update on Cody and his Kickstarter, there's 59 hours left to go. Currently, 355 backers. Yeah. And
right.
I think the next level is at 60,000, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Okay. Now, where are we at? Because I know he's over the 50.
We're at 55,707.
Oh, okay. So we're already halfway to 60.
Yeah, we already kind of
Kinda
blew
slow.
through that $12,500 goal that he had.
Yeah.
Within the
he's
next first
nice,
2
man.
hours, I believe it was.
It was like, well, we're the skin of our teeth here. It's awesome. So happy for him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's 59 more hours to get in there.
Okay. 59 hours. Okay. Well, we can still maybe get some folks to add on to that a little bit. Be nice to hit that 60. So what's the discount at 60? Is it 20?
I don't know
Because
what
I
it
think
is
the
right now.
50 was at 17 and a half or something, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. So, like I said, links down below in the description.
Cody just said it's 20%.
20%. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Besides that, I'm seeing in the chat, I'm getting a lot of questions about my new best friend, the raccoon.
Rocky
Rocky Raccoon. And I haven't heard about his current status. I think the animal control people got him, but who knows? Yeah, that was if you haven't seen the newest video on my channel, it's a really short one. It is a solar video, but I thought it was too funny to not put up and let people see something.
Just a video of him screaming.
Yeah.
Like a little girl.
Oh, was not expecting to find that on the roof.
Yeah, that was a good video. Because even when you snatched it up, I thought for sure it was going to be a squirrel or something like that. But,
Yeah, well, I'm real lucky it didn't like jump out at me and eat my face off or something. And I mean, it could have been pretty ugly.
Yeah.
But good times. Paul, what do you got going on?
I got nothing.
That's great. Retirement is awesome.
But yeah, I just enjoyed watching the raccoon video, and it was great.
All right. Well, feel free to watch it about 3,000 or 4,000 more times. We can definitely
give it a
use some
thumbs
watch hours.
Yeah. All right, Rob, you got anything in the works you want to talk about? Or you got any pictures by chance?
I don't have any pictures, but I have something right here I was going to show you.
Okay.
My
Well,
current
let's
rabbit hole.
let me
which
give
is-
you the big screen here.
My current rabbit hole is I want to make staves, which of course use for drums. You can see the angle on there, but I want them to be wavy and have shapes to them. I don't know
Wow.
if you can see this real close here, but you can see the lines in there.
Mm-hmm.
I cut down the CNC and first layer on the outside, then each layer went a little further down, another layer went down, a little further down. And I did a spreadsheet to create the G code from the original just outline from VCarve. And it's a real rabbit hole. I put more time into it than I should, but it's fun. I like doing that kind of crazy stuff. So there will be a video hopefully by Saturday. And if anybody else wants to make wavy staves, you can do it with that spreadsheet. I don't think anyone else really wants to make drum stuff like that, but Maybe a wood turner. If a lathe, that might be a good way to do something for them. But
Now, Rob, when you cut that, do you put the stave like at an angle, 4-degree angle, or
just
it's
clamp it straight down. It's
and the G code cuts the angle.
Yep. Each layer is a different. It starts at the top, and each one, as it cuts a layer, it goes out. It stair steps down. It keeps stair stepping down each layer.
Neat.
Is that like a 1/16 of an inch that your depth of cut? Because it looked like it on that stave part, the straight part. It looked like you could see lines at about a 1/16 difference.
It's a little less than that. The spreadsheet I have, actually, you can just dial it to whatever you want. And this was 40 thousandths. But the first ones I did were 20 thousandths, and it was overkill. In fact, this is overkill. I could probably go less yet and still have a good edge. But yeah, it's
cool.
Like I say, I put way too many hours into this, and a lot of math and trigonometry to figure this out in the spreadsheet. It's been 42 years since I took trig in high school, and I did not think I would ever use it, and I apologize to Mrs. McPhillips. She's right. Someday you'll use that.
You're going to need to make some money off that program.
Yeah, it's just a spreadsheet, and I'm gonna share it. I've already got it ready to share when I do the video. I'll post a link to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the next video, like always, because that's some cool stuff.
It's a deep dive into G code, and we're always learning G code. If you're bored with G code how it actually works, then you won't want to watch the video. It's a deep dive into geekdom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we probably have a few geeks out there in the chat. Not for sure, but
very cool.
All right. Let's see. Russ, have you got anything you would like to discuss? What is Mr.
I do.
Awesome Wood Things talking about? He's just now finding that out. Come on, man.
He's a little behind the 8 ball. I do have something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Mach 3, but not the way you're thinking. I've not heard anybody say this has happened to them anywhere on Facebook, any of the groups or anything, but this happened to me. And I'm going to bring it to your attention because someday it might happen to you. My computer went out. That computer was Windows XP, and it was like 14 years old, something like that. And it finally bit the dust. So I had to wait till I could find an XP computer that I could use to replace it. So I found one. It turns out it was broke, but I was able to repair it, and I got it working. And so I'm all happy. I get Mach 3 installed on it, and I'm back out there in the shop. I hook everything up and stuff, and I get no movement whatsoever. Nothing. And I think, well, dang. So I checked, and it said I'm using the parallel port. I still have the same Xylotex box I had.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, just if I can interrupt for a second. You said you had an XP, and then you wanted to get another XP computer. Is that why? Because you wanted to find the parallel port? Right.
And that's I went with what I had. It had been working for all these years, and so I get everything hooked up, and everything's licensed and all that. Everything's right, and I absolutely get no movement whatsoever. And so I checked the computer, and it says the parallel port's working fine. I said, And so I contacted Jeff over at Xylotex and gave him the what for. He said, you're not getting the signal from the computer to the control box for some reason and stuff. So I went to looking and poking around, and I said, I can't find anything that looks wrong. And so I contacted Mark Lindsay and was talking to him about it. He hadn't never heard of this. And I told him, I said, Mach 3 is installed. Everything's working fine. But the only thing I cannot do, I cannot get the motor tuning to work. I can click on motor tuning and it comes up, but it doesn't let me change anything. It won't stick. And he said, I ain't never heard of that. And stuff. So he Googles it and it says some people have that problem. And it said the solution is to just reinstall Mach 3 over that. I said, okay. So I did that. Got Mach 3 back up. Everything was looking good. And there's another thing I had to thank you for, Dave. I had bought another control box and put on. I'd gotten it, and I had bought a set of motors, and ended up using 2 of those motors to change out the ones I had, and it still didn't work. Was not getting the signal, and so I said, God dang it! I don't know what the heck is the problem here. I was pondering it, and when I finally got Mach 3 reinstalled, and I could get into the motor tuning and look, I had gone and found your 5-year-old video on the Mach 3 settings, and I looked at them. I had the speeds and everything in there was right, and then I looked in there where it said step and duration or direction, or whichever one that was, right next to it, where they had 5 on each, and there was nothing in there for that. And at first, I couldn't put anything in. I couldn't do any of it. And so when I looked at that, I said, God dang, that was a problem. The signal wasn't getting to the control box because there was nothing in those 2 boxes to tell it the duration and whatever else that other box was. And so I put the 5 and 5 in it. And I said a prayer to the man, and son of a gun, it started moving. I said, bless you, Dave Gatton, for having that video back up there, because I never would have saw that until I seen that stinking video.
Well, you know, it warms my little heart to know that somebody actually went back. What'd you say, 5 years or something?
It was 5 years. 5 years old. Yeah.
There's hardly anything about hobby CNC that I haven't done a video on sometime or another. You know,
I know.
I keep telling folks I've been doing this a long time, and in fact, the problem I have is when somebody asks me, I can't remember. You know, it's been so long ago. I can't say, well, it was 2 years ago or 8 years ago or whatever it was, because I've been doing this so long. So I have to go try to find it myself. But I'm happy that you were able to find the information you needed.
Yeah, it was right on time too. Yeah, that was something that I had not heard anybody ever say. This could be a problem for anybody using any control system that uses Mach 3. It doesn't matter which box you're using, because it can still happen and stuff. And so I know now. And if it ever happens to one of y'all, think back and remember this show.
Yeah. Now, did you you swapped computers? So did you have your XML file backed up?
I did.
Okay. And
I did, but I actually I say I did because I had something on the disk, but when I put everything on that disk on there in that computer, nothing was working. Motor tuning in the beginning would come up, and you could see where you could set the A, B, and A, whatever it is, A, X, Y, Z, and A, and stuff, but it would not let you save anything. And I never even looked at the 2 sitting on the right hand side, those 2 boxes. I think it was step and direction or something like that. Those 2 boxes, and there was supposed to be a 5 in each one. And I never even looked at it because I couldn't get past what I was doing. And if I had looked at it, I would have seen nothing was there, but I wouldn't have known what to put in until I back and looked at your video again. But it wasn't working, and I said, oh man. And when I thought it was first my control box that I had, and so when I found that it wasn't working, I yanked it off. I cut them wires. I left it a little bit sticking out just in case. And I put the other control box on, and it still wasn't working. And I said, well, maybe my control box wasn't bad. And so I kept it, so I have a spare now. And then we talked about it, me and Mark, and we talked about it, and I installed it again over it, and it worked. And once I was able to actually use it, and I looked, and I said, there's nothing in those two boxes. And so I went back and I found that video of yours, and there's supposed to be something in those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, man. So I put those in, and the other thing on that video showed how you reverse the motors in the software, which I forgot that and stuff. So I'm looking, and I said, I know this. When you push this one, this is supposed to go that direction, and it's not. It's going the opposite direction. I'll turn that. I said, that's not the way it's supposed to be. So I looked at that video and said, hey, you're doing the software. Son of a gun! It's so easy. Got it. Now I'm kind of cooking with gas. Now everything's copacetic. I just got to do a few more things, and I'm ready to roll. But if anybody ever has that problem, you can't get the thing to come up motor tuning, because it seems like that's a problem, because it was on Google, and I never even thought to look there, but Mark did. Mark looked it up and said that's usually when you reinstall it, it'll correct it, and it did. And I was thankful for him thinking about it, and for your video still being up there. Save the day, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the easiest way, and I say this every so often, but I don't think most people listen to me. But anytime you have some kind of a problem, the best thing to do is go to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and just any old place on YouTube, but go to that main search bar and put Dave Gatton, and then whatever you're trying to find. If it's something about a laser, put Dave Gatton laser,
Mm-hmm.
or and it'll find all the videos I've done of running a little diode laser on there. Dave Gatton touch probe or touch plate, something like that. That's all you got to do, because I have, on this channel right here alone, I've got, I think, about close to 700 videos. So, when you get a big library like that, it's hard to try to just, let me just go to his channel and scroll through. You'd be scrolling a while, because like I
Right.
said, some of these I did way, way back, but I don't remake a lot of them, because a lot of times the stuff you do, even though the video's 5 years old, it's still relevant, because you do it exactly the same today as you would have 5 or 6 years ago, whatever it is. So,
Yeah,
but anyway,
it was right
I am
on time.
glad that worked out for you.
All right, I've shot my load, buddy. I'm done. See y'all later.
Okay, so the next time I do a show and tell, we'll be getting project pictures from Mr. Miller.
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
I still have a couple of things to do. I have never actually, in all the time I've had the machine, I've never actually made the cam locks to lock the tabletop down.
Okay.
So I designed me something for that. So I'm gonna get all that set up, and then I should be ready to rock and roll.
Okay. Well, it's probably been a while since you've done the 3D stuff too.
It has.
You was
It
doing
has.
a lot of that there for a while.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. Well, that's. I'm glad you got it all straightened out, and we'll look forward to some project pictures from you in the near
Yes, sir.
future. Now, Ryan has got a few things tagged, looks like, over here. I don't know what the deal is. I cannot see anything tonight, with or without my glasses. Let's see. Cosman says, at Rob Schuster, Sidewinder Drones, good to see a fellow stave shell maker in here. What do you use for rounding them off? Lathe, Como, jig, or something else? I'm going to tell you right now, he uses something else.
It's hard to explain. It's best just to go to my YouTube channel, because I have a rotary CNC I made just to skim drums and put 3D shapes on drums, carve the inside of the drums. We could spend a whole show tonight talking about it. So, but I have a special rotary CNC. You want to talk about that all night?
Yes, a custom-made rotary CNC.
Yeah, that was another one of the rabbit holes I did that actually worked out. Half my rabbit holes you never hear about because they don't work. More than half, probably. But that one was probably my biggest success. That one is a cool machine.
Yeah, Rob has a very unique machine, custom designed to do all that stuff he loves to do. And he does a fantastic job at it. So yeah, that's why I say it is something else when you see his machine. Let's see what else we got here. Dwayne says, Rob, what side angle does that come to be?
Basically 9 degrees, because I do a 20 stave drum. Each half is 9, so 2 times 9 is 18. 20 staves, 20 times 18 is 360 degrees. But this angle is always pointing toward the center of the drum, so the further you get out, the more the angle increases on that sprue sheet, or the closer you get, the less it is. So the angle actually varies. So the angle here is different than the angle here, is different than the angle here. Every point that it follows on the G-code path changes the angle. So there's a lot of calculations done on that spreadsheet. And I probably didn't have to do that, but once you go to the rabbit hole, you might as well do it right. And
Yeah, might as well go all the way down, huh?
yep, yeah.
Once you go down the raccoon hole.
Let's see. Matt says, this is some advice for Russ, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
Well, does it mean wasn't that good?
yeah. Let's see what else we got here. 578 Beta says, are any of you interested in setting up a laptop for running a 3018 for a few dollars?
It's really simple. I mean, you get GSender or something like that. Just download it to your laptop, and you should be pretty much up and running at that point.
Yeah, that's free
Connect to it.
code too, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, GSender or Bob's Basic Basic Sender or one BCNC. You know, there's a bunch of free senders that are out there that you can download to your computer and put it on.
Yeah, there's well, like you said, there's a bunch of them. I prefer the G sender. I just like the interface on that one the best. But there's nothing. In fact, you can't quite see it, but right over there, I have the little Sane Smart, and I have that laptop's on right now, and it's got the G sender. That's what I use to run that Sane Smart. They sent Candle on one of these little things, but I haven't even bothered to try to fool around with that. I've just been running it with the G sender. All right.
Man,
See, Jack and
The
Shop
wind is
318 is a
howling
Gerbil
here.
board. Just run G sender. Yeah. Yeah, any of them really will work, but like I said, I prefer G sender. That don't mean you'll like it, but
good
Ray
stuff.
says, Dave, you had a show that Rob demoed his machine on.
Yeah, go back and look.
You already said it, Dave. You've done a show on everything, and he's right.
Yep.
I did that
Yep.
one.
I remember that show.
I tried to. There might have been something I've missed, but yeah. So if you want to try to find that, you would just go into search and put Dave Gatton, Rob Schuster, and it'll find probably that episode of. I guess that was probably a live.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
this.
It's probably pretty old though, I'm guessing.
I would guess 2 or
If it-
3 years.
Yeah,
If it'll find it, it wouldn't matter how old it was.
yeah. Now, of course, we could always, because we're not really doing a whole lot right here, we could always, in fact, I'll do it here. I'm going to go to the YouTubes,
Ooh.
and I'm going to look, and we'll see if we can show just a little clip of, or do you have it handy, Rob, a clip of?
I don't.
Okay, well, I'm going to search your thing here.
Copyright strike.
Okay. Rob's not hard to find here. Now let's see. If we go, I'm trying to find the one where you're showing the machine. Here it is, right here.
Boom bippity, doesn't take long.
Search isn't really that hard to use on YouTube. It's just getting people to use it. Okay, let me stop this here.
It's just that you get distracted by all the cat videos.
Yeah. Or raccoon videos in some cases. Okay, let's I won't play all of this. We'll just kind of skim through it. But let me get and I'm going to tell you, if there's anybody out there in the chat watching tonight and you haven't seen this contraption Rob come up with, you are in for a treat. I'm telling you.
You don't have to be an engineer to make this, but it helps.
Yeah, and of course he's got a nice wall display there of all kinds of stuff he's made with his CNC. Now there's his let's see, yeah, you can probably see my little red mouse thing moving. So we'll just kind of move through here a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to watch the whole thing here and get in trouble for copyright or something, but he's got the controller part. Well, Rob, you just go ahead and explain what's going on here.
I think that's a video I did. This isn't your show, I think, but yeah, that's the machine.
Yeah, this is your video.
Yeah, and it's all self-contained on wheels, so I can just roll it out, and when I'm done, I put it away so the wife's car still fits in the garage. That is an important deal. I take that off. You got your power unit there, and 3 drives for the steppers, and a Dell PC.
I just put the link to this video in the chat, so if anybody wants to come and check it out, get a closer look at it, because like I said, I don't want to get in trouble showing the whole thing, but I'll just kind of skim through here.
That's a smooth operation right there.
And I've modified it quite a bit since then. A lot of little things, but like this belt drive,
Look at that thing.
There, it's a tiny little sprocket, or a tiny pulley on that threaded rod there that's going around.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
I cut my own later, and a water belt too, so that helped a lot with getting fine-tuning definition. I reinforced the router mount there. It was a little bit wobbly. Running Linux CNC. Gosh, I can even see changes I made to Linux CNC. It still showed the Y drive on there, which is obviously doesn't exist. Now we use a bowl bit instead of a little roundover bit like that.
Okay, let's see if we can get, okay, here we go where he's doing the inside of the drum.
Freaking amazing.
Rob, how small of a drum can you make?
I think about 10 inches. Everyone wants snare drums, and I always do a 14-inch snare, but I think I can get down to 10 inches.
Wow.
And I think I could do a bass drum up to 22 inches. If you look kind of the side, there's kind of where that threaded rod is, that's not a system that I can actually raise and lower. So that threaded rod, there's a whole assembly that rod sits on, and I can lower that quite a ways. There, I'm carving some designs on there to test.
You're using inline skate wheels, huh? To turn as you're turning things?
To hold the drum, if I'm the inside I do, the outside I don't. But the inside, when I'm cutting the inside, it rides on wheels. There I'm making some lugs that those turned out great, but they also turned out it took hours and hours per lug.
Yeah,
Oh,
you look at that.
drum.
It's
My son-in-law
gorgeous.
has that drum now, so that's still in the family.
That's cool.
now let me go ahead and since I'm right here at your right down, I clicked on something weird.
I kind of wish you had a picture of the one that went at that charity auction for and how much that thing went for. There was a lot.
There's
I
video
remember.
there, but I can. Give me a second. I can. I won't share my screen yet, but I know I can find it. In fact, I've got my latest drum sitting next to me. You've seen pictures of that a while ago, but my puzzle piece drum is 5 feet away.
Okay, I'm going to put a link to your channel in here as well.
I appreciate that. I was not planning on this being a Rob show tonight.
Oh, you're too modest.
Yeah.
JR is hitting us up with a super chat. Appreciate you, JR. It says, while there's still time, look in the notes below. Find the link to Cody's Kickstarter. Give a little, get a lot. Indeed.
Heck yeah.
All right, so yeah, there's the links to that video, and like I said, there's the last link I put was to Rob's YouTube channel, so just go over there and subscribe, and if you're into drums, you'll be sitting there watching it with your mouth open. You watch all these different things he comes up with. It's amazing.
Tell you what, Russ mentioned that the drum that was donated. If you got a second, I'll share my screen if you want to.
Sure,
We're
absolutely.
looking at. I don't want to dominate, but if you're looking to show some time here, share screen. Which screen do I want to do here?
All right, come on, Yukon.
Entire screen. That one. Okay.
There it is.
Can you see it? There we go.
Yep.
Whoo! Look at that
Can you
thing.
see it?
Oh,
So
I
that's the
can
one that
see it.
was.
Look like
Of
snake
course, I'm in
skin.
Arizona. It's exactly that's what I call it. That's my snakeskin drum. Alice Cooper's a local person here,
All right.
and he has a local charity for children's. It involves music and performance stuff, and it was the 20th annual Christmas pudding. He called it Christmas pudding, the concert every year at Christmas time. So I engraved the rims that way. I got my logo on the side there.
Oh, that's cool.
Of course, the Alice Cooper, his logo there that he always has.
Right? That is
One of the
slicker than
cool
Bug's
things-
butt, I'm telling you.
And my dog. Hi, Snickers. On the inside of the drum, I don't know if you can tell, this is one of the cool things I did. You actually see it's a wave, that shape inside the drum, which most people never even see the inside of the drum. But that's one of the coolest things I thought of this drum was the inside. I'd never done that before, the curved shape inside. And you can see the walnut lugs come all the way through.
I wonder what kind of a difference that makes possibly in the sound that the drum makes with a wave as opposed to just straight lined. I have
It could
no
be
idea.
debated all the way to, it's like people talking guitars and sustain.
Right, yeah.
Here's the outside of the walnut lugs, but like I say, that goes all the way through the drum to the inside that we saw before. And this drum, like I say, I just gave it to them for that concert, and they have that concert is crazy every year. They have, I mean, Alice Cooper doesn't hang out with poor people. It's rich people go to this concert, and
Right.
they go to auction later. And they sold this drum for $50,000.
Jiminy crickets. I thought I remembered it being that much. Whew.
Yeah,
That's cool though. That's a cool design.
I could not believe it when they said 50,000 it sold for. And it's actually, they sent me the tape. I put the tape of them, some guy buying it on the end of the video on that. I had a long
Wow.
series building this drum. It was like 6 series of them building this drum, and that was the final one.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you get his design, you can do it too. If you get his
That's kind of my problem.
you get his CNC, you can do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, about how many hours did it take you to carve that?
This drum, the rims themselves took a long time. The shell itself, I'd say 40 hours is a guess.
It's a lot, but
that's
it's worth it.
You're cutting the staves, you're
Right.
gluing it up, which that part wasn't too bad, and that's probably not including the design time, but once I have a design, next time I could do another one, a lot faster.
35 hours.
The problem is I don't like doing the same thing twice. So
Oh, he's just one-offs. He's just a one-off guy.
That's not a rule of mine, but pretty much everything I do is one-off, and that means
Same
every
here.
time I do something's a prototype, so you make mistakes on prototypes. So I'm sure I could do a lot faster if I really wanted to, but that takes the fun out of it. I like experimenting and doing new stuff.
Wade's got a question here for you, Rob, about the
Let me go back to the
machine.
Cantilevered. Not really. The gantry, it's bolted on with eight bolts, and I take off 7 bolts. Then I can pull the gantry off a little bit, slide that over the gantry, and then put the screws back in. And then I have a little hook that I hang on the rails with those skate bearings. And it rides on that. That works. That's the hook with the skate bearings. It works okay, but there's still some flex to it. I'd like to be a little more sturdy, but we're splitting hairs now.
It's working for you like it is.
That's my dream. If I was going to build this over again, I would get a metal worker and the gantry just be open on one end, and then I could slide things on and off easy enough. It would have to be heavy duty iron with no flex at all. But the gantry is fixed. It doesn't move. So what the heck? It could be 100 pounds, 200, 300 pound machine. I don't care.
I got an idea, Dave. You go ahead and let him get that new design that he wants without a metal, and he can have a giveaway on your show. Huh? Give away the other one. He ain't laughing. He might not like that idea.
Frankie's got a question for Robert. He says, "What heads do you like best? I'm a guitar player, but I like Evans or Remo."
I've always been loyal to Remo since day one. I don't know why. From junior high, I started using them, and I've never switched. So I use standard models. I like the fiber skin Remo. It's the Ambassador. There's so many models and stuff, but yeah, I like the Remo. I've always been partial to. I used them from, when I was in high school band, we used that. When I was in drum corps, we used that. When I was in college, Remo was dominant back then. I just never left it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a Ford Chevy thing. People get loyal. Cymbals, I'm loyal to Zildjian. A lot of people like Hasty and other brands, but yeah. And people will argue to the ends of the earth about which is better. And honestly, two drums side by side, it's hard to tell the difference. But
yeah, you're right. It's no different with drums than it is guitars and any other thing. And the electric guitars guys debate stuff, and the acoustic guitar guys debate stuff. It's funny watching some of those.
It's crazy. Just the snare throw, the switch that lifts snares and lowers them. People go crazy about the brand of the snare throw. All it does is tighten the snare. There is no difference on if it holds it tight, it holds it tight. And people want to spend $100 more for a thing. All it is a switch where I can buy a good one for $15, but I don't want to finish a shell out if I put the wrong throw on there. Then suddenly they don't want to buy a drum. So it's in their mind, I've ruined a drum by putting this brand on there, and we want a trick throw, not a Ludwig, whatever.
All righty. I don't see any
Jack
other
says Gibson.
questions.
I would Fender. Got to say Fender.
Fender.
My son has both. He's a guitar player in the family, so
Yeah, I see somebody got Gibson in there. Yeah, there's always the big debate, which is better. All right, I don't see any other questions. I guess we might as well go on to our giveaway here, and then we'll get ready to wrap this one up. Before I do that, can anybody give me an update on
Who's watching the game?
the game? And did you have it on? I thought I heard you say Yukon or something a while ago.
Oh no, I was just making jokes.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my
I
wife's
was watching WrestleMania before the show started. So
Okay. Well, I know somebody in the chat's probably watching it, so put the current score in the chat if you would.
I think Marcello was. Marcello was there. He was watching.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
UConn 21, Miami 19.
Okay. All right. Another good game then. Looks like.
They picked
I didn't
UConn
go
to
to
take
San
it
Diego
all.
State, but I went to a Mountain West school, so they're my conference. So I have to root for San Diego State.
Never.
Yeah. Did you see?
Never.
Did you see the end of that game, Rob?
Oh my goodness! I screamed. It was great.
It was fantastic. I mean, I was actually pulling for the other team because I think they were kind of the other underdog. But
They're all underdogs, but yes, they were more of an underdog.
Yeah, every one of them up there is underdogs.
when somebody wins a game, and I thought he would. I was beginning to wonder if he realized how close the time was getting. I didn't think he was going to shoot it, and then he finally pulled up and let it rip, and the horn went off while it was in the air, and then swish.
It counts.
That's the way. That's the way to end the game. You can't.
That is a hell of a
can't get a
game.
better game than that. So,
That's our
all
big
righty, let's
Hello, Glenn.
do a little giveaway here, shall we?
Yeah. I had Purdue in our family pool, so I thought I was sitting good with the number 1 seed, and they went out the first round, so they let me down.
Well, my
Yeah.
Longhorns made it to final 8, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
We root for the Longhorns, our house. My daughter went there. She's still in Austin.
All right.
Okay, I see we're slowly creeping up. We got about 90 in, and this is going to be. Let's see what Franklin says. I made folks mad. Got an older Strat with a Texas custom neck. Middle 59 Gibson Bridge humbucker. People lose their minds.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do.
I understood about 2 words. out of
Well,
that
it's
sentence.
very custom.
All right. Well, we're going to get ready to go ahead and do this. Good luck to everybody. And again, special thanks to Cody for doing this every single week. And I'm really excited because this is that brand new bit. Let me show it one more time, just for giggles here.
That is a beautiful bit. Look at that thing.
Share bit. Look at that thing.
I've got a question for Cody. I've been thinking about this. He might still be out there.
Yeah, Cody's out.
I want to know if he has thought about doing an engraving bit like that, where instead of coming to the point, it's just got that little flat tip on the bottom, which actually does the engraving, but it actually clears the bottom as well, like an end mill would.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got one like that. It's pretty neat.
Hey, Russ, all you got to do is buy one of them and drop it on the floor.
Yeah, but it doesn't break even.
Good point. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this 30-degree V-bit, I think this is number 11 in his catalog. So,
All right,
I
he
mean,
says he's going
crying
to
out loud, the guy's got a big machine to pay for. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
he's going to be coming out with all kinds of stuff, I'm sure.
I think he's got a pretty fair amount onto his second machine in that Kickstarter already, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
He's going to have 2.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. Good luck, everybody. And here we go.
Get it.
Let me see my name. I want to see my name at the end. I don't want to see it at the... Oh,
Russ.
Steve Nealon.
Yeah.
Congrats, Steve Nealon.
Steve Nealon.
Oh,
Congratulations.
One who doesn't use them.
Really, it's an April Fool's joke, so we got to run it again.
Yeah, run it again. Steve Nealon doesn't use a CNC.
Does he have a CNC?
He's got one in the box. He won your original way back years ago.
I know he won a free Gatton.
never
back
took
when
it
I
out
was
of the
giving
box.
Some of those away, but
He's never taken
having
it out
one
of
in
the
the
box.
box doesn't count for nothing.
Yeah, no, he can't use that. Might as well hit him again. He said he's working on it. It's never going to get out of the box.
That's probably.
I only
been,
waited
what, 3 or
5
4
months.
years, something like that now. So.
Yeah, 5 months and mine was out of the box.
All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it. Congratulations to Steve from Hornell Media. I'm sure he knows what the drill is, but we'll post it over here anyway. Contact Cody at www.cadencemfgdesign.com. And of course, anybody else that didn't win, go right there to that spot
And get you a few.
Get you some. Get you
That's
some.
right. Thank you, Cody.
Thanks,
Everybody else
Cody.
that didn't win, go to Gatton's Manufacturing and get yourself some Jennies.
Yeah, I got one of those.
I do too, actually.
Mine's stuck over there on my drawer. Well, mine's not. Mine says Groovy Jenny. Mine doesn't say Jenny.
I got more than one. I can't remember what the other one. I know I got one with a Jenny on it, but I can't remember the other one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I don't see any more questions. We got any more questions over there?
By the way, it's 27-19 now, Dave.
Oh, okay. Somebody's pulling ahead then.
Jerry said he's going to get to 30 degree tonight.
All right. Well, I guess he was waiting to see if he won.
Yeah,
If he
that's what it
didn't
was.
win, he'll just go on over and get him one.
I have to say, I used the prototype 30 degree, and I liked it a lot. I thought I would like it, but then I used it, and I really like that bit. I like the downcut V-bits. It just it when you're cut sideways or up, it tries to pull those chips out, and pushing down, it just doesn't chip. You get a cleaner cut. I am sold on the downcut V-bits.
I've used the 60 downcut. I liked it too.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just saw. I think Cody said a while ago his machine will be in. What did he say? I missed
Thursday.
Says we definitely be sharing pics and vids during the install. Yep. Well, anytime you want to come back on the show live from your new shop thing with that big fancy machine, you got a standing invite. Cody.
Yeah, and you can show us how you broke it.
Don't jinx him. He'll never get that trim piece up if you jinx it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll get out of here, guys. Appreciate you. We've had a good crowd tonight. And I'm surprised how many people were here knowing the basketball game was on too. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. And like I said, go check out Rob Schuster's / Sidewinder Drums. His YouTube channel link is in the chat over here, as well as the link to that video. And even if you're watching this on replay, like a couple of days from now, I always have it where you can still click on that live chat and you'll see all the comments just like they are now. So you'll be able to find that link. So, all right, anybody got anything before we go?
Stay safe.
I probably should talk about one more thing.
What could it be?
Somebody can make something.
We are getting near getting close to the end here because it's April
The
1st.
Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge is right around the corner.
And I think, yeah,
It is.
you still got another month or two before I start talking about that. But anyway, Pat Hoss, in fact, I had to be careful because I've got my thing all done. It's sitting right over here, so I had to make sure it wasn't in the shot here. But anyway, let's let Matt tell you about
Makers Rock. That is the largest collaboration on YouTube. And if you have a YouTube channel and make stuff with your hands, this is the collab for you. We make album art, like the vinyl record album art. We use any material, using any technique, create a video of us making it, publish it on the same day, and every participant will cross-promote all of the other participants. Collabs are the best way to grow your channel because other people's audiences will see your stuff and vice versa. There's another twist. It's also a giveaway. And it's different because we give away the stuff that we create. You give away the artwork to someone in your audience. Giveaways are huge for promoting and growing your channel. Come along for the ride. There's a secret Facebook group where all the participants share behind the scenes. Makersrock.com is where you start. Join us. It'll be awesome.
There you go.
You
Still
get you
got time
pumped up,
to do
don't
it. You know, that's why I wanted to continue to show that, because you still got time to do it. In fact, I'm going to be honest. I think, and this is just me personally, I think we had too much time, because I cut mine a long time ago, and then I waited a long time, and then I painted it, and then I waited a long time, and I just finished it up the other day. Now I've still got to do the video, but the video won't take near as long as making the album cover. But I kind of wish, and if Matt's out there listening, this is my recommendation: give folks less time to get it done. That way, you get started, you get it knocked out, and go. That would be my guess. Is the longer you give people to do something, the more they have time to procrastinate, as you might be able to tell from the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge, you know, that I start talking about every year in August. And then people come up at December and go, oh, I wanted to get an entry in, but I just ran out of time.
Jerry Brown.
Not mention any names, but just say.
Jerry.
Matt said, yeah, that's the one.
But anyway, yeah, so if you want to get in on the Makers Rock thing, go to makersrock.com, check it out, learn all the details about it. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I look forward to giving mine away. It turned out pretty cool. Really happy with it, and I'll be giving it away and announcing all that later on when we do because we all release the videos on the same day and stuff. So, but I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry, Jerry, I haven't started mine yet either.
Yeah.
Well, Matt says you got 1 month. There's plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's one word plus to that. You get to join the secret website.
Yeah. Secret
That's where all the
Facebook
cool
group.
kids are.
That's right. That's right.
That's how we're not there.
Yeah. All right.
Where
Thanks
those are.
everybody for hanging with us tonight. We're losing them pretty quick now because of the drawings over, but if I can figure out which button to hit, we are going to get out of here. So see y'all next week, and have a good weekend.